First, the action hit The Gray Man with Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. Then the thriller series Citadel, and now The Electric State. The Russo brothers have the next project in the pipeline with an incredible cast. Brace yourselves, because here's everything you need to know about the cast, story, and production of the new blockbuster. Brothers Anthony and Joe Russo are still regarded as big names in the action genre. The last two Avengers parts, Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, alone earned Marvel almost $5 billion. And the Captain America film series is also considered extremely profitable and popular. It should therefore come as no surprise that several studios have their eyes set on the two and are hoping for similar success. Above all, the streaming service Netflix, for whom the Russos have already directed The Gray Man. Now, another thriller with a star-studded cast is set to follow next year with The Electric State, which is already being eagerly awaited. The Electric State is based on the 2018 graphic novel of the same name by author Simon Stalenhag, which was chosen as one of the best books of the year. The book is about a post-apocalyptic world that has been almost entirely destroyed after a war between mankind and a technology that is out of control. In this life-threatening environment, the girl Michelle travels across the country to find her younger brother. She's accompanied by a robot and an eccentric drifter. Together, the three of them have to deal with monstrous drones that have been abandoned since the Big War and are now roaming the countryside. According to current information, the movie will pick up on the book's plot but may change or add some elements. In an early phase of production, the Russos were originally only involved as producers, as IT director Andy Muschietti was to assume the director's position. However, after Muschietti left the project to shoot the DC blockbuster The Flash, the Russos took over as directors. Universal was also supposed to be the distributor for the movie, but in 2022, it was announced that Netflix would be distributing the movie instead. Netflix and the Russos have already collaborated several times. Joe Russo, for example, wrote the screenplays for the two Extraction movies with Chris Hemsworth. However, the brothers will not be in charge of writing the screenplay for The Electric State. It will instead be written by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, who has already been responsible for the majority of previous Russo films. Shooting of the movie wrapped in February 2023, and post-production is currently ongoing. For the Russos' newest movie, the brothers were once again able to gather a top-class star lineup that is in no way inferior to its previous movies. The starring role of Michelle will be played by Stranger Things and Enola Holmes actress Millie Bobby Brown. She'll be joined by Guardians of the Galaxy actor Chris Pratt, who has already worked alongside the Russos on Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. Pratt will play Keats, a drifter that Michelle meets on her journey. The remainder of the cast is also impressive. Oscar winner Ki-Hugh Kwan will play the role of Dr. Amherst. Michelle Yeoh was originally considered for the role of Dr. Amherst, but she eventually left the part to her Everything Everywhere All at Once colleague, Ki-Hugh Kwan. The other roles will be played by Stanley Tucci, Jason Alexander, Woody Norman, and Martin Kleba. A number of stars will also be featured in dubbing roles, including Succession actor Brian Cox, the new Captain America Anthony Mackie, and Billy Bob Thornton, who is also part of The Gray Man alongside Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. The role of the drone Marshall, who chases Michelle and her friends, will be voiced by Giancarlo Esposito. At present, it is expected that the science fiction film will have its premiere on Netflix in 2024. Whether it will also be screened in cinemas a few days before release, like the previous movie The Gray Man, remains unclear. What are your thoughts on the Russo brothers' past movies? Is their new movie a must-see, or is the project of less interest to you? Let us know in the comments!